Hey, it was good. It's your boy AJ back at it. As you guys can tell, we're back on the charts. Back on the charts, right? Today is just a weekly performance update. I think I'm gonna start doing daily recaps, at least weekly. Just to hold myself accountable. So really, I'm just gonna be dissecting what I did for this week and what I could have done better on, right? All right, so starting off right off rip, my strat, if you guys see my other videos, we supply and demand usually, and we always wake up before the 8 o'clock candle. Before the 7 o'clock candle. Then we trade the 8 o'clock candle. Usually the move happens when that happens, right? So this is Tuesday right here. This is Monday right here, start of the next week. But prior weeks have played into our trades, into our mindset, right? So another thing we also but take into account is gaps in the market. When the market gaps, we are looking for those to fill. But right now, we have learned so much, right? We have learned a lot. I've taken this account from, this was at 100, 150, got it to 2,000. We're back down here a little bit. It's all right. It's okay, because I have put it on my notes what would happen if we trade perfectly for last month, for like 3 months in a row, right? If I was trading perfectly, what would happen? And I would be up $24,000, right? That doesn't mean anything, right? But when I take the trades here, and you could see it, right? Most of them are losers, but the losers are small. Okay, the losers are real small and the wins are huge. So I understand that that's my type of strategy. I lose more, I'm a good loser, and I know when to lose and just when to cut it, right? So when we have gaps like this, not only we have a gap down here, that would make the markets decent, right? A decent, like, we know exactly where we're going. What really messed this up was here. But not really messed this up, but it counts. It's just harder to trade as of right now. Here we are, the gap up here. When we have a gap up here and a gap below, it can really bring a lot of chop to the market, which we need to be on point for executing short trades. Not short like downwards, but short time frame trades, right? Not short time frame, but like still the 1 hour, but we're just in there for less time because we expect it to obviously come down and touch, right? Or go up. So we don't really know exactly where it's gonna happen or when it's gonna happen, but yeah. Anyways, we're gonna start off here. This is not last week, but this is like last week or whatever, right? March 9th or 10, whatever. So we had 7 o'clock candle, we wake up before here, right? We have a gap up. My idea is this enough structure, right? Now that I've learned something, right? I've learned something. When the market's like this and structure is not really there, it can usually now drop, as I can see, when there's huge momentum, right? There's huge momentum in the markets right now. Structure's not really there, already dropping off, just melted, right? I went for a buy, got stopped out, sold here. Could have looked for the re-entry here, but I wasn't paying attention. I was really just done for the day, and I didn't catch this. I was supposed to lose here, and that's another thing with my strategy. I calm down, bro. There's a lot of times where the first trade loses. I know the direction now, and then I jump in again. So this right here should have been minimum. My stop loss always moves with the hour when it closes. So here, say I sold here, boom, next hour we still waiting, closes here, boom, next hour stop loss here, next hour stop loss here, next hour stop loss here. You get what I mean? Okay, so should have been down here. This would have been a huge I was trading with, at this time, I think we could see it right now. Actually, we can see it right now if we go here. I just don't like putting it because there's a lot of things. Okay, this was a 0.1. 0.1 was here, but later on I started doing 0.2s and 3s. Over here I did a 0.3, right? This trade right here messed me up. I should talk about this one first. Went for another one. This was a 7 o'clock candle. Went for a buy. This looked solid to me for a buy, not gonna lie. This looked pretty solid. Small loss, it is what it is. Didn't trade again. I was actually up 500 on here because there was a gap here on the hour. It doesn't show it now, but gap here was on the hour. Boom, took it right here, came all the way up thinking it was gonna come up here, didn't, came back down, stopped out, right? Then I came back in for a buy, and oh wait, no, this is not that trade. Was it that trade? So confused. No, this one just absolutely just rolled me. There was another one here, I think it was around here somewhere, but yeah, that's what happened here. So absolutely rolled here. It went up, came all the way up. I thought it was gonna, it broke. Next candle came here, stop loss below the other candle, previous candle, and just didn't want to do it. And that really messed me up. I lost 300 there, unnecessary. I really just wanted the trade to work, right? That was my fault. Okay, so yeah, we're back here. Went for a buy again. Doesn't want to go. I just should see that it just doesn't want to go, right? Falls off, melts through. Trading with 0.1s here, so that means it's times 2. This would have been probably a cool $600 win. Cool $600 to $700 win, and that would have given a great cushion for these next trades, right? Now this next trade, we had a sell right here. Let's see if this was later on in the day. 8 o'clock here. I mean 7 o'clock here. I don't know why it shows 8 o'clock here. I'm pretty sure daylight savings times or whatever, but right now it's 8. It changes or whatever. It's kind of weird how it did it, but yeah. So 8 o'clock is 7. Just keep that in mind, right? So nothing happened here. Whenever the candles are engulfing like this at the 7 o'clock, we know 99% of the times it's gonna go up first a little bit, then the move happens, right? Now I knew it was gonna go up a little bit, didn't even bother taking a trade, and not only that, there was just no trade to take. No supply areas, no nothing, right? So wait till the next candle, saw that it dropped heavy. On the 1 minute, I'm always looking for the little gaps. Got filled here. I took a chance here. I knew it was probably a gap on the 1 minute. Took it here. Boom. Waited. Boom. Got out here. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful trade right there. Got out because it's the man zone, and we could even roll it up, but we just took our bread and that was it. Next day, 7 o'clock candle right here. We did not go for a buy or anything because this is no man's land. I call this BS moments, you know what I'm saying? So if anything, we would want to see this tap into this zone right here, then come up, but it didn't happen. However, there is a supply area right here which we wanted to take at first. The news happened. This did not invalidate the zone, okay? Just letting you know. I'm not gonna draw a line, but I have it on my MetaTrader. I trade off of that. Did not invalidate it there or here, and it looks really close because it was super close, and I did not get in right off rip, right? So news, it was just hesitation a little bit, and I just didn't want to take a giant loss when it just goes right through it, right? So next candle, sold here, right? Let's see what happened. Okay, it says I sold here, and then I bought here. Confused. Not sure what I really did right there. It must have been I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure I took a L right here, 1 L. That's the only thing I could think of. And then the next one I sold here, waited, I was up 500 right here, got out with 37. Okay, right now, what could I have done better here? This should have been closed right here, around here, right? I saw this engulfing, and I mean this huge rejection. Should have closed it right there, and it just didn't. I just didn't do it because I wanted. It was just greed. It was really just greed. That's all it was. We know the gaps here. We know it's gonna do some BS. This is short-term movement. We gotta be doing and looking for short-term moves, because the likelihood of it going all the way down like that is just not it, right? So yeah, got out with 37. Should be another 500, right? So what are we looking at? We're looking at boom 800 to here, boom here. This was, I think, yeah, this was another, this was like 500 right here, right? And this was supposed to be another around 500 or 400 or something like that. No, it was like around, yeah, 400, 500. So that's about 1,500 off rip, just off 0.1s, right? Off of 0.1s. So yeah, we just oh, I remember what happened here. I sold here and I just couldn't handle the amount of risk, because I just didn't listen to myself. But then I got in again. But yeah, all right, next candle, went for a buy, right? Went for a buy. 8 o'clock. No, wait, that wasn't even 8 o'clock. This is, or maybe daylight saving times happen, because when daylight saving times happen, it switches. So yeah, this is when daylight savings times happen. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but now 8 o'clock is actually 8 o'clock. Okay, so this is 8 o'clock. Am I bugging? Hold up. Okay, so 8 o'clock. I think I'm bugging. Am I bugging? Hold up, bro. 1 second. Okay, yeah, I'm bugging. Never mind. 8 o'clock is still 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock happened. That 7 right there, I didn't take it. Nothing I took. The demand zone wasn't hit. There was no reason to take this right here. So waited this candle out. Boom, hits the demand zone, right? Buy. I waited till it got down, I'm pretty sure. Bought here and took the L. Now, what do I do better on this situation right here? I think this was pretty good. I think this was solid. There's not much I could have really done. I'm pretty sure I was looking on the 1 minute too, and next candles there was nothing, there was no areas or anything. So there's a buy here. Still have the gap up here. Demand zone, and that's a good loss. That's a good loss, if you ask me. I don't see a sell here anywhere. I don't think I would have sold here. Yeah, it's just, we just gotta take the L right there. So small L, it's probably like what, 20 pips, 30 pips, 0.2, around 120. As you can see, my winners are just way bigger than the losers, because that was a 0.2, which means times 4. So this was times 4. This would have been 800 bucks, 900 bucks, around there. Next trade, 7 o'clock right here. We went for a sell. Okay, we went for a sell, expecting to come down here. This was a valid sell. Valid sell, small loss. Boom. And didn't happen. So that should have been it for that day. Saw it come up more, rejecting a little bit more, and then I sold again. Now this would be valid. This sell would have been valid. I'm pretty sure it did happen like this. Is if I just, I'm pretty sure I just sold and it came down and then it came up. Not sure why, but I just went for that sell. There was no real reason to do that except for this area, and I really just wanted to see it like come back into that area. So, you know, not a bad sell, but we're just pushing it at this point, right? We're pushing it, we're forcing it. It's not really giving it to us. That's 40 times 4. That's a lot. And you know, it's just, That's 40 times 4 is what, 160, something like that. You shouldn't be doing like that. Should not have had that trade right there. Right, especially when the risk is just that much, you know, we don't need that, right? Whatever, we took those 2 L's. Max trades for me is definitely 2 trades a day, and that's it. So now we got 7 o'clock here, right? I want to sell here, right? Once again, we're trying to get that area. I think this is a good sell. Am I bugging? Am I bugging? This is a good sell. No wick here, taps the no wick, makes a huge rejection candle. Sell. We broke below. We broke below, right? Stop loss here, boom, it comes up and taps us. The discipline that you need to not trade this and try and chase this downwards move is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Right? Didn't trade anymore. That's a frustrating L, right? That's a frustrating L. But that's okay, because we're not looking, we're just giving it what the market gives us, right? We're taking what the market gives us. And yeah, so we should have been on BS offer for a while. This demand zone is valid here, but I wasn't waiting that long and I just didn't take it. So yeah, didn't even get that. Now we're back at where we were, 8 o'clock, right? We know this some BS, right? We already know this some BS. This is BS movement. This is not proper movement. Now, still had the gap up. I was like, okay, maybe it might be one of the gap up. When you see it like this, when you see the market like this, right? See if I can just get that. Now, what are you thinking, right? I see a little bit of structure, I see a little bit this, yada yada. Like, that looks like it could be an upwards move. But see, the gap is still messing us up and the gap up here is messing us up. So it's really just a 50-50. And honestly, I should have taken the sell as a 50-50 because it's a shorter, it's shorter in risk. So if it's a 50-50, why would I pick the longer risk, right? The more risk. Why would I pick more risk? We should go with the shorter risk. We obviously know that, you know, it's on some BS, still has the gap, and this is just being completely disrespected. But we are pushing higher, so you know it's iffy. It's iffy. It's really just a 50-50. We take the 50-50 and that's it. So whatever, we bought, we lost. We saw it come back into here, couldn't take it, too much risk for us, and we just, what's the account size right now? We can't do trades like that yet. Can't do trades like that, but when we can, trust, we'll be straight. Next thing, 7 o'clock. We see 7 o'clock just like these. Let me see if I get it like that. Now we see that right there, right? Oh, my neck is bugging out, bro. We see that right there, 7 o'clock. Consolidation. This is a sell. Why would it not be a sell? All right, it's either a sell or BS. So first trade, I go for the sell. Everything is calculated, right? Everything is great. And thing is that not only did we get the direction right first, came down all the way down here, boom. They didn't want to go anymore, came back up. That's it. You're really just hunting for this, and like, you know, it takes time sometimes. Sometimes you're gonna get chopped up. Sometimes it's just not gonna happen, right? And then we had another beautiful trade, right? Beautiful trade. We're trading really well, like super well. Like AJ, you're doing hella good right now. Just keep doing it. Nothing is emotional about these trades right here. Beautiful trades. Some little mistakes there and there, but it's really the 50-50s and a couple trades you shouldn't have taken because too much risk and it's uncomfortable. But look at this. Now I even called this perfectly, right? So we had the sell here, boom boom. We're up a decent amount, probably like $100, $200, right? Comes back, stops up, right? We wait. We know it's going up now, right? We know it's going up, but boom, supply zone right here. Supply zone right here. Take that zone perfectly. We take it perfectly, right? barely any drawdown, risk about 30 pips, times 4, and no, it's times 1. This one was a times 1 because we're getting iffy, right? And we wanted to see it come back here, didn't happen, and we cut it short. It should have been cut here, you know, iffy movement, but you know, it's decent. That was good trade. That's good trade. It's a good trade, right? CPI happens later, boom, CPI taps into this zone. I'm just not risking that during CPI when I have this amount of capital right now. Just, we can't be doing that. Now, here we go. This is another iffy section, right? Now, let me think my thought process right here, bro, because it made sense in the moment. So we have this area right here. This is prime real estate for buys. Don't care. Prime real estate for buys. I don't care what you say. Like, this is high, ended up high, London down, or whatever Asian. I don't care what this is, but I don't trade those. Drops down. When it drops down, 99% of the time it goes back up, right? Especially with movement like this. So I say, okay, bet I see gaps on the 1 minute, right? Now this is something that made the trade not as good. So 7 o'clock here, boom. We wanted 8 o'clock to come and tap these gaps. There's a gap down here that I wanted to tap so bad. Was not going for it. Already broke above, right? Already broke above. So we're taking the discipline to not get in here and wait for here. Now the thing is, the next candle got in. Now I've seen candles, the next candles tap the other previous candle and the gap here and then go up. So I was going for that, right? Like, this was not a bad trade either. This was not a bad trade. This is a good L. It's a good L. We just had news, I'm pretty sure, and it just stopped us out. There was no gaps on here, so I was like, all right, whatever. There's no trade. And then, yeah, there was a supply here. I was good not to take this. I knew that it was heavy momentum upwards, and I was like, no, we're not taking that. I was watching it and blew right through it. It would have been a bad L, terrible L. Would have been times. Oh, I even put times 3 on here. I put 3 contracts on here because I was really confident in this one, but just didn't happen here, and it wanted to make extra structure, I guess. So yeah. Next, I don't know why it looks like this. Oh, well, I did times 2, I'm pretty sure. I only took 2 trades, so I don't know why it looks like this. But next day, 7 o'clock here, we sold here, got stopped out. Now look at the structure. This looks prime real estate for a buy, but in my heart I was feeling like it was weak, right? It was real weak. I was feeling real weak, but not for a buy. This is not prime real estate for a buy. This is prime real estate for a sell, right? So I sold, right? But then I saw the upwards movement, and I rarely see it like this, where it comes out for a liquidity grab, whatever you call that. I don't know why it's kind of cringe when I call that. I don't like calling it that, but whatever. Liquidity grab, or a little stop out, a little fake out, right? And I was like, okay, I saw gaps here. Let me wait till it comes back in here and buy. Mistake. That was a mistake, right? Now, on the 1 minute, we've learned something today, which I'm really happy about. When it does moves like this and it's really a fake out, it shows you on the 1 minute it's violent upwards, and then it just doesn't really go anywhere. Violent upwards doesn't really go anywhere, right? I took the buy still. I was like, all right, whatever, we'll stick with the plan, because that's something I never really even how do I say it, really noticed before, right? But now I'm really paying attention. I'm really seeing it. So if I see movement like that again, I'm looking for sells still, especially when it's hard and it came down real hard, right? If I really wanted to, next thing, or what I should have been doing, the next thing I saw the movement, see you go down, okay, boom, we have to have the stop loss in a decent spot right here, right? It would have been risky. It would have been a pretty penny, but that would have been the risk. And then yeah, but I took the buy, expecting to come back into the supply zone. Let me Let me take this off, bro. Have I had this on the whole time? God damn, it's messy so. But yeah, supply zone. Up here. Wanted to take that. Well, it's kind of big though. Or wanted to get into that area as a target because I would not sell this. This is huge. The hell. But yeah, that's so far. This beautiful trading. I'm not gonna lie. We have this account. We went from 100 to 2,000, and our losses are small. Keeping it small. Even though we lost 160 today, that's still small compared to what, like, say we catch this move, and it stopped here because it was rollover. So we'll go to present day. Oh yeah, and then I had another trade. My bad, I completely forgot about this trade. Perfect patience. This is the same day, just rolled over. It happened today, so perfect patience. 8 o'clock came down. We wanted to sell again, right? Boom, there's a gap here on the 5. Took this trade off the 5. Stop loss was about like right here. Sold here, boom, got all the way down here. And we were like, okay, only did 0.1s on this one, but we're like, okay, we have to let it run because it could have been the trade. This is prime real estate for the trade, right? But didn't want to go yet. Maybe I should have just taken it, right? Especially now since it's getting closer to depleting our funds. Like we have to be willing to take some off, right? Got to be willing to keep us afloat until that trend really happens, right? So that move really happens. But yeah, this was around what, $100 because I did 0.1s. It was like $150 right here. Would have been a nice cushion. And yeah, it's just that's just how it goes. So right now we're pushing up. Like I say, Fridays to Monday is a sketchy, when Mondays happens is kind of sketchy. But obviously with my strategy, I trade 7 o'clock if it's above the open. Which is here, then we're looking for buys usually, or if it's below, we're looking for sells usually. So right now it's looking like it's pushing up for next week. Not much else to say, but yeah, it was pretty good trading all around. Just small losses, little mistakes, and a dookie market, right? But the fact that we can still make money in this market is great, because the market's not gonna be good all the time. So we have to really just learn and just keep waiting and stay afloat. All right, well, that's gonna be it for us. The market recap for the past 2 weeks. Hopefully I'm gonna be doing another video Monday, and yeah,